Hi, my name is Luca Sardelis, and you should go pluck yourself.
Hello and welcome to Go Pluck Yourself, the Actor's Pursuit. My name is Chris Gunn. It's the first day of 2026. How are we feeling? Hold on. That was a party popper for those in Radio Land. Happy New Year. How's 2026 going for you so far? I feel obligated as a podcast host to provide you with some deep inspiration for the new year. But I don't have much. Go at your own pace this year. Choose some attainable goals and celebrate the little wins throughout the year. Yeah, that's pretty good. My resolution last year was to start this podcast. And can I just say that I'm really proud of what we've created here. And by we, I mean me and you, the listener. I'm really grateful for you guys, my loyal little listenership, and of course my amazing guests. Just the fact that any of these guys have been willing to take the time to come around to my little studio, my little spare room, to take a couple of hours out of their day to chat with me and indulge me and my little project. I'm really grateful to all of you guys. What an incredible start this podcast has had, Before I introduce today's guest, I want to address the fact that I realize that it's been a few weeks between episodes. Besides it being a crazy busy time of year with Christmas and everything, I've also been really busy. I've been shooting another short. I got to work with the incredible Jarrah Murphy, which is really fun. I seem to be getting typecast as drunk guy these days, which is kind of ironic, but it's fine. I mean, I had a lot of practice with that, I suppose, right? Anyway, what else? I had an audition for a theatre show, which I got, which is really exciting. So, more on that fairly immediately, I suppose. I had a very involved bunch of self-tapes to get in a couple of weeks ago, which were really fun to do. But, they were a lot and took up quite a bit of time. If you know, you know. But yeah, life is busy and fun and exciting and unpredictable, and I love it. But yeah, a little behind on the podcast, which I'm sure you all understand. Also, I'm heading to the Philippines next week, so I'm going to publish one more episode after this one sometime next week, and then I'm going to have a little bit of time off to enjoy some nice beaches. But make sure you catch next week's episode because I have an absolute legend of Australian TV and film coming on. So make sure you are following and subscribing wherever you're listening or watching so that you don't miss that episode. But let's not get ahead of ourselves because speaking of legends of Australian TV and film, Luca Sardelis is on the show today. And oh my God, Luca, where do I even begin with Luca? Luca is one of those actors that I just kept bumping into and seeing everywhere. And I knew her and we'd always have a chat if we saw each other at film festivals or screenings and stuff like that. But this whole time I was completely ignorant to the fact that she is a goddamn icon of this industry. Seriously, listen to this. All right. Her first ever acting gig was one of the main reoccurring roles in the children's television series Sam Fox Extreme Adventures when she was just 11. And from there, she landed consistent TV roles all throughout high school in shows like Barracuda, Nowhere Boys, and Deadlock. And not just background bit parts, proper supporting recurring roles. And then when she was 18, she played one of the lead roles in SBS's The Hunting. You also might recognize her from her appearances in A Perfect Pairing on Netflix, The Tourist on HBO Max, and most recently in her recurring role on Seven's RFDS. Yeah, there's heaps more. Okay, hold on. This is a long one. On top of her incredible TV career, she's also built a really strong filmography. Her work is screened at festivals such as South by Southwest and Flickerfest, in projects such as I'm the Most Racist Person I Know, Spite, and Cordelia, Daughter of the Sea, which is the first project I saw her in. Amazing, by the way. And she's also got a bunch of features on the way, including River, Love, Tea and Epiphany, Diabolic, Ruby, and Haven't You Heard Everyone Hates Me? So, keep your goddamn eyes peeled for all of that. Yeah. And if that's not enough, she's also somehow found time to write and direct and create her own projects, including her own self-devised theatre piece, The Fish Rots from the Head, which she is soon adapting for the screen. She also received a Carclew grant in 2023 to write and direct her first short film, Nothing Gold Can Stay. And she's just arrived back from the UK where she trained in classical Shakespearean and Jacobean theatre at LAMDA in London. Yeah. And she's only 24. So yeah, what have you done? I mean, I had 3 words in a movie over a year ago and I won't shut up about it, but yeah. Luca is someone that I've only really known for a short amount of time, but I really look up to her, and so should you. And I mean, if a resume like that doesn't light a creative fire beneath you, I don't know what will. It's a really chilled chat. It's a little philosophical at times. It's just 2 actors, spitballing about the weird and existential thoughts that come with pursuing a career in film and TV and theatre. Man, this is a really long intro. I'm really sorry about that. We're going to get to the chat, but just for some context, the book that we're talking about when you first join us is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, which is a really fantastic book so far. I still haven't finished it. But Luca, it's the 1st of January, so I hope you've done your morning pages. Also, we recorded this back when her latest film, Diabolic, was still in cinemas. Diabolic is no longer in cinemas, but it might be on streaming soon. Keep an eye out for that one. It's really good. Directed by Daniel Phillips. Okay, shut up, Chris. That's enough. Please enjoy my very candid chat with the remarkable Luca Sardelis. So usually what happens is I don't use the first 10 minutes.
Great. That's like warm up.
Yeah, and it's usually for me because I'm just awkward for a while.
Yeah, it's like when you're journaling and they say have you ever done the morning pages?
No, but I bought the book.
So yeah, you've really thought about it.
It's like getting a gym membership, but that's the first step, and then you wait a year, then you start going.
But at least you don't have to pay a reoccurring payment like the gym. You just buy the book once and it's there for life. But anyway, they say.
Is it up there? No. Yes, The Artist's Way. There it is. Yeah. It's in the collection of all the other books I haven't read.
But I'm sure that would make you such a good actor, that collection.
Yeah, if I actually got to reading them, I might actually get some work.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, no, look out.
But yeah, I was saying they say you do the same with the morning pages. It's 3 pages, so you unlock your thoughts and then you get to what's really behind the mask.
Oh. So how many pages are you meant to do? Just
you do
3?
3 pages every morning you're supposed to do first thing.
And then for the rest of the day you're creative mode.
It just unlocks. It unlocks that part of you that's blocking yourself before you even start. And you start and you've done something for the day.
Yeah.
You've created something and now you move on, you go forth and you spread your little creative wings.
I love that.
I don't know. I didn't get past the first chapter.
That? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
but maybe you didn't need to. You just needed to do your morning pages and then that's all you needed.
Maybe it is. Maybe that's maybe that's a goal for next year. Maybe I actually should do it. Should we do The Artist's Way and hold each other accountable?
Let's do it. All right. It's a deal.
Done.
Because I'm terrible at books. I'm bad at books.
But
do you read?
I yes.
Yeah. Fiction or non-fiction?
Fiction. Hate non-fiction. Hate reading non-fiction.
Really?
If someone tries to shove a self-help book in my face, and I know that's not all non-fiction is, but I don't want to read it. I don't care.
The Artist's Way is kind of it's pretty self-helpy. But it's good. It's a good one. It's not like crypto shit.
Although maybe I would be so ahead of myself. Maybe if I read The Barefoot Investor, I'd get so ahead of myself.
You know what? I have to admit.
You read it?
Yeah.
That's a good decision.
That's
a good decision.
I hate to say it kind of changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got out of debt pretty quickly and I was like, oh, okay, now I'm not rich, but I'm
so I need to read The Barefoot Investor.
So I'm at 0.
We're at net zero.
I'm at net 0, which is better than...
That's way better than being in debt.
Yeah, there you go.
Every dollar from here is a plus.
I love it when this thing turns into a finance podcast. I love it when that happens. It must be in me, right?
I mean, I've been waiting for my chance to be a finance bro my whole life.
Oh, yeah? Well, now's your chance.
Now's my chance.
What do you got?
What is it? Fortune 500 top companies.
Yeah, go. Name all 500. Go.
All 500 companies. Are you even an investment bro? Crypto bro? You can't name the top.
I got called a film bro the other day.
Ouch.
And I was like, I don't know what that is. I'm 34. I don't know what these things are.
That's an insult.
Yeah, well, I could sense that they were trying to insult me, but you can't burst this bubble, I'm afraid.
You show them.
I did. I was like, whatever.
See, here's
and
the
then
thing.
I was like, have you heard of Tarantino?
Thus proving their point. By the way, I'm looking at a Pulp Fiction poster on his wall right here, which is, might I add, and the Jaws poster to go with it. That's the most fucking film bro thing I've seen in my entire life right there.
Yeah, cool. Can I defend myself?
You can. You may.
I just had nothing on the wall and I was in JB and I just picked the most obvious fucking film posters and there you go.
Yeah.
And then I learned about film bros and I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I guess I am what I am.
I'm jealous you only just learned about film bros.
Really? What is it? I don't even know what it means.
To be fair, I think a lot of the film industry, like I don't come across a film bro every day, I think, which I think is a feat. I think film bros.
I'm so glad. This is why I do this. I need to learn. I need to know. I need to know who not to be.
You don't need a non-fiction book. You just need to keep getting podcasters in.
Yeah.
I think that the most film bro-iest of film bros aren't actually in the film industry. So they are the people who are like Quentin Tarantino, like Lynch, like Nolan. Oh my God, I fucking love that film Nolan made. And, you know, they just kind of are really into like the masculine directors the auteurs, you know, like they're very, like they're there to absolutely support those auteurs and like how amazing they are. So I think that most of them aren't actually in the industry, but I think I still definitely have worked with directors that I would classify as film bros.
Right.
And I have actor friends that are film bros too. I wouldn't tell that to their face, but.
I don't know. I don't go. Whatever. I just bought the posters. Could have been anything.
I don't think you're a film bro. Maybe you are.
Sure.
Are you like really like good with like if you're watching a movie? Are you like, oh, that's so and so from this movie? This is a test now. This is am I a film bro test?
Sometimes.
Do you often find yourself on a scale of 1 to 5? How often do you find yourself looking up IMDb after you watch something? To see the cast and crew?
Nah, I don't do that.
Okay.
Usually I'm watching a YouTube video explaining the film.
Okay.
I'm like, what happened then?
Do you ever make
I did
videos?
that with Hereditary. I'm like, what?
I think that's fair. That's allowed.
All right.
I think that's considered normal. Yes. Do you ever find yourself making the content explaining the film?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Well, no. I usually don't get films. I'm like, that was fun. Did everyone have a good time? I had a good time. The popcorn was good.
I think the fact that you admitted that.
Okay.
And considering all those factors, I think that you're not classified as a film bro.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Anyway, David Lynch, have you seen Eraserhead?
Oh, God.
Oh, do you know what? I finally started watching, and I feel it's too hard to keep up with everything, but I started watching RFDS. And you and Luke Ferlin.
Yep.
So good.
We look like siblings, don't we?
You do?
Yeah, we really do in that. I never realised it until I saw it on screen.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thanks.
How was that?
That was a fun time. It was a great shoot. It was what I like to call a social shoot where like we were just having so much fun all of the time. It was more about that than the work sometimes. Like it was just such a fun job. Like everyone on it was such a family. Everyone was so kind and welcoming. It was their 3rd season, so they know each other quite well. But they welcomed me in, which was nice.
You had a massive part, man.
It was good. It was reoccurring, which was nice.
Yeah. How many episodes are you in?
I don't know. It's between 4 and 6. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
But getting to work with Eleanor Karapetis was amazing as well. I love working with her. We have a bit of a joke that like you need a mother-daughter duo, just put us in.
Yeah.
We've been cast together twice already.
I want to get her on the podcast.
Oh my God, do it. She's a busy woman, but I'll hook you up.
How did you get into the acting world?
I was very, very lucky. I was an 11-year-old at school. Some casting were going around to lots of different schools and interviewing kids for a TV show coming up called Sam Fox Extreme Adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah.
And they came to my school and I went to the interview.
Yeah.
Met them, was being bubbly, giggly, chatty. They obviously thought that was really cute. And then they brought me in for an audition, and then I got the call back. Then I got kind of the chemistry. Then I got the job.
What was the role?
I was in. It was for April Fox, so Sam Fox's sassy younger sister. And that was great.
Sick.
It was like 6 months of shooting. So I was just like popping in on my days off, like between school kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just, again, so fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know, kids' TV is so fun because it has to be. Like, it's not like you're changing the world, but you are like entertaining, you know? Yeah, I just had the best time. Everyone really looked after me.
Yeah.
When they bring out like the lunch buffet and then they bring out the slab of like chocolate pudding for dessert and you're like, this is the best thing ever. So I just fell in love with it because it was just so great and so fun and so enjoyable to be around.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to do more.
Did you find it like difficult? Were you nervous, or did you just feel like you just had this sort of natural ability in front of the camera? Where did that come from?
I don't know. I mean, I did I did a lot of dance when I was growing up. I would always do the school plays and go for the leads and whatever. Yeah. And I also think there's just an absolute freedom when you're a kid where you just don't give a fuck. Yeah. And I think I was just this kid that didn't give a fuck. I wasn't socially anxious. Acting in front of a camera didn't feel scary because it's not like it's a massive audience. I don't know. It still felt quite intimate. We were shooting a lot in a studio. So we had this like house set in the Adelaide Film Studios. Yeah. So I would step on set and then there's like 2 people around me and a camera. So it felt very, intimate. And I had built such good rapport with the other actors as well. Like Remy Brand, who was playing my older brother. Like we had such a banterous relationship, and I then had these 2 like younger brother characters as well. Yeah. And I had a real like big sisterly relationship over them. So it kind of felt like this family outside of my family. Yeah. So it was really I don't remember being nervous. I'm sure I was, but I don't remember being nervous. I just remember having a great time.
You're just playing.
Yeah, I'm more nervous now stepping onto a set than I was back then. Yeah. For sure.
I know. The world kind of imposes those feelings onto you as you get older. That's so cool, man. What happened next? Did you like move on to just another job, or did that sort of set you up for anything, any future work, or did you have a break from it? Or?
So that was when I was in year 7 that I was filming that. Yeah. Then year 8, I don't think I had a job, but very important stuff happened in that time. Yeah. Where I met my agent, who I am still with now, Helen Pandos. Yeah. I had a mentor at the time, Brian Gilbertson, who's amazing. He's an amazing opera singer and performer in his own right.
And his son is
Harrison Gilbertson.
Harrison, yeah.
So Harrison had left, and I think he was like willing to like take on another child in the industry. And he
I see. Yeah.
So my older sister's godparents introduced me to him. Right. And then he introduced me to Helen. And Helen was like, "Oh, don't really take on kids, but here's this audition for Barracuda if you want to help her with it." Yeah. So again, fluke, my second audition. I do it with him. Yeah. Wait, did I do it with him? No, I didn't. I think I flew to, back in the days before self-tapes, I flew to Melbourne to do the audition. Wow. And got that role, which was insane. Yeah. And that was incredible as well. Yeah. That was with Robert Connolly as the director and Elias Anton as the lead, Jeremy Lindsay Taylor, Victoria Harabilabu, like amazing cast.
Oh my God. That was your second job?
That was my second job. Yeah, I played his younger sister in that as well. So I had a typecast of sassy younger sister. Which really worked for me. Yeah. And then from then on I got Nowhere Boys after that because I think Rob Connolly was talking to the producer of Nowhere Boys being like, "Oh, you need kids? Like, it was pretty great. Like, you should and then I auditioned for that a few times, got that role, and that went for 2 seasons. So then every year of high school I kind of had a different job that I would fly away to Melbourne to do, which was great and incredible.
That's amazing.
I know. And then school finished and that didn't happen anymore when I wanted it to happen. Yeah. Okay. So it's that kind of thing of like the industry takes you up on a wave and like promises you everything, and then it's like,
well, I guess you kind of grew into like a different age group, and maybe you weren't the sassy younger sister anymore, or older sister or whatever.
Definitely.
So what choices did you have at your sort of disposal then?
So I went to university straight out of school. So I knew I wanted to do that because I wasn't, by that point in year 12, I think I wasn't convinced that it was what I wanted to do forever. I think I loved it, but I felt like I was young and I didn't know much about the world and I wanted to learn more. Yeah. And I'd gotten a good ATAR, so I was like, why am I gonna, I don't know, I just wanted to do something with it, you know? So I went to university, which you don't need to do. You can. I loved doing university. I'm glad I did. I'm glad that knowledge is in my brain. Yeah. But if I'm speaking honestly about my past, I think it was a bit of an ego thing for me that I wanted to know that I could and that I had.
Yeah. And you did psychology?
I did a double degree in psychological science and criminology. Wow. And loved what I was learning, hated that it was taking me away from pursuing film more seriously. Yeah. And then obviously COVID hit mid-degree. So I stripped back to part-time, because it also it ruined like the uni experience, you know, like I was learning on a computer. Yeah. I was essentially watching like what is essentially YouTube videos to learn about the human psyche. Yeah. And to learn about the justice system. I'm like, this feels a bit messed up. Yeah. And then I still continued to try and work where I could and balance the two of them. And then I finally finished last year.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So do you think is that still on the cards?
I think, especially when we're talking about like the survival job or the normie job or the muggle job or whatever you want to call it. There's lots of names. I think I'm always chasing what feels fulfilling because I think I've learned about myself, and I think I've set up for myself by being an actor who was like leaving school for at least a term every year in my high school. I've kind of like, I think I've grown into this pattern of I'm not very good at staying in one place for very long.
Yeah.
And so I know that I need to.
I think that might be an actor thing.
Yeah, I think it's very much an actor thing.
I can never, like, I think the longest I've been in a job is 3 years. That's a long time for me.
Yeah, right?
But now I run my own business.
Yeah.
And it's like I could step away from it for a little while if I needed to and be like.
But how many years have you been an actor?
Well, since I was like a teenager, but
so that's your longest job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But acting works for me and for, I guess, for people that want to move around a lot because every job is so different.
Yeah.
But I've worked in offices, and gone to the office every single day, and I'm just like, oh my God, how long do I have to do this? And I'll last like 6 months.
I know.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I know the feeling. I was speaking about this recently with a friend, like where we look for unpredictability and where we look for stability. I think.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like there's like a real, like I need a balance of the two in my life. I think because my job is so unpredictable, like I never know where I'm going to be next month, if I'm going to have a job next month.
Yeah.
I chase that. I love it. I want to travel. I want to get out. I want to experience. I want to whatever.
Yeah.
So then when I come home at the end of the day, it's like I want my relationships to be stable. I want my friendships to be stable. I want to know that I have a really secure family and friendship group around me. I want to know that like I don't really thrill seek in my hobbies. Like I'm a bit of like a grandma. Like I like to read and draw and paint, and I learned how to crochet the other day. Like I'm so painfully normal in that way. But it's like I need that because the rest of my life is mayhem. Yeah. But I think a lot of my friends who have those 9 to 5s, it's like, okay, they have the monotonous 9 to 5 where they kind of switch off, become this other person as they're like going through their routine every day. And so then they get to like after work, they get to the weekend and they want to be unpredictable. They want to feel exciting. They want to do stuff that, you know, they want to seek sensation.
Yeah, that's such an interesting concept, eh? Yeah,
of course, the generalization, but.
Totally. But I think, there's a lot of truth in that. I mean, when I was working that sort of lifestyle, you know, because I didn't act for a long time, really. Yeah. I was still an actor, but I wasn't really going for jobs. But really, like even I worked in heaps of different office jobs and warehouses and all these sort of things. But on the weekends it was like, oh my God, finally I just get to like lose myself or something.
What would you do like in those times when
on the
like,
weekends?
I'm losing? Yeah, like how would you?
We shouldn't get into it.
Okay. We don't need to.
Well, but I mean, I would party really hard. Yeah. You know, but I think I talked about this on here. So anyone that listens knows that all about my alcohol history and stuff. Yeah. But when I quit drinking, it was the same year that I rediscovered acting, and I haven't drunk for 5 years, but I've been acting like hardcore for 5 years. Yeah. Which is, you know, there's perhaps a correlation there, but also the fact that maybe I've found this sort of satisfying instability and excitement in my acting work that is sort of filling that whatever it is for me, you know. Yeah.
That's my hypothesis, at least.
I like it. Yeah. It makes sense, you know. Yeah, I like it.
Because I think it is an addiction. Like,
I think so.
I think, you know, when you get a job and you get that high and you're like, whoa, like this really is crazy. And you feel all the love and adoration and that, you know, you've been wanted and you've been chosen, and then you get to like play pretendies and you're looked after really well. And, you know, it's so nice. Yeah. And then you go into like this slump of like, am I ever going to work again? I know, And it's like you're auditioning and you're auditioning and you're auditioning and the next one might be the one. And you know, it's going to feel great when I get it. And you're like waiting for this lottery ticket to come. Yeah. Yeah. You're waiting to win the lottery. And it's, it
is exciting because it kind of gives you, it's something to chase a little bit. And also, but not just chase like blindly, it's also work really hard at to increase your chances as well. Yeah. So like in between the jobs, you're still, you know, actively, you know, learning and doing workshops and flying to London. And did you go to London? Yeah. You know, and doing these like out of the box sort of courses to just really like challenge yourself, you know.
Yeah.
And you can justify all those exciting experiences because you're like, because it's all working towards this
greater goal.
It's this goal, and these every now and then I get an opportunity to do something really cool and exciting and be treated like the most important person.
You know what I've been struggling with though? What is the goal? Like,
yeah, mate.
like,
I don't know.
That's been my challenge.
I think I woke up with that this morning. I'm like, what am I doing?
Every day though, right?
Yeah,
We're all feeling it. It's like, what is the goal? And again, I got reminded recently, it's like, you know, I'm so directed on this mission.
Yeah.
But there's so much I've achieved already. So where does the mission end? Like there's always going to be another glass ceiling to break through and be proud of yourself for breaking through. But then there'll be one right above it. And, you know, when are you done? When are you successful? When are you happy? When are you in the spot, you know?
I don't know. But maybe you just want to, maybe you don't want to reach it. Maybe you just want to, because I don't think there is a ceiling. I think you just, I was thinking about this morning. It's funny that you sort of brought that up. I was thinking about what success is because, I mean, do you look back on your life and your experiences and say, wow, look how far I've come in 10 years? I mean, you were like working nearly full time as a teenager. That's wild.
I know. I look back and I go, I peaked in year 11. Like, I don't know about you.
Are you chasing that?
Maybe I am.
You're like, I've already succeeded. What do I do now?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, how do you keep growing in an industry that's not a meritocracy?
Yes,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think, you know, like I do think I'm way better at my craft now than I was then. And I do know, you know, and I have been trying to like diversify my skill set as I see you have, like you're here doing the podcasting, you know, and like a lot of my friends are doing as well. It's like, okay, let's try producing, let's try writing, let's try like any other opportunity to gain agency over the material you're a part in creating. Yeah. Because I think maybe that's where my goals have changed. I think when I was younger and I was just happy to be on a show. Now I think I'm a bit older and I'm like, okay, but why do I want to be on a show? Like, what do I want to make? What do I want to say?
Do you know why?
I think it is different on a case-by-case basis. I think different projects excite me for different reasons. Yeah. But I also think there's a lot that doesn't excite me that I do. And I heard Lauren Coop talking about this when she was talking about the metaphor of teapots. Yes. And I can't stop thinking about that. I think that's so true. It's like,
I think it struck a chord with a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was great. And I think my response to that has been, okay, yes, so I can keep accepting things and I'll keep learning things in different ways and building, but also what can I be making that is more aligned with what I want to do, and how can I gain that control back so that I can put myself in the positions that I actually want to be in. Yeah. So I think I'm trying to figure that out right now. I think that's my current goal. Like, maybe that's learning producing. Yeah. Maybe that's writing more and then making connections with more people that can then make that thing happen. Or maybe, you know, there's lots of different ways to go about it. But I think I'm just trying to think about sustainability and longevity. Yes, yeah. And how to do what I love.
As in like external to your acting career, or as an actor?
I mean, both. As an actor, doing what I want, being an actor for as much time as possible in a year versus anything else. Yeah, yeah. But then also, actually, I have been thinking about longevity in like a health way a lot recently.
Oh yeah?
Have you been thinking about this? Have you heard about creatine?
I mean, I take it, but I don't think I know why.
I was listening to some other podcasts about like aging and women and the things we should know earlier. Anyway, longevity, very important.
Well, no, tell me about creatine real quick. I'm so curious now.
No.
This can be a finance podcast and a
health podcast,
a gym bro podcast too.
That's the mission.
Yeah, man.
That's what we're working towards. But yeah, we didn't get to like your mission. Like, why do you think you do it? Why do you want to do it?
I don't know really. There's probably some kind of unhealthy answers to that in terms of like being liked or feeling validated, or I don't know, just being part of something, you know. Maybe that's healthy. I don't know. Maybe we do need those things. We do need to feel those things as well. But there's probably some of that. But also I found something that really gave me a lot of satisfaction and made me feel creative and made me feel like I was good at something, you know. But I do feel like I'm chasing something and I'm not quite there. I'm further ahead than I was 5 years ago, which is good. But do I feel like I've reached whatever I'm trying to reach? Like, not really. And maybe I don't know. Maybe maybe we never feel that, or maybe we do. Maybe it's like the big Hollywood film. You're like, now you've done it, buddy. And then you're like, oh, well, now what?
Yeah, but then you'll always find something to feel dissatisfied about, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really know how to answer that because I don't think I know what I'm chasing. I know what I enjoy about it though. And when the opportunities come up, it's exciting. But maybe I'm also thinking about, like, external to my acting career, I'm also thinking about just stability in my life as a whole.
Yeah.
And maybe there's this sort of idea in my head that, like, one day I'll be able to sustain my life doing this and I won't have to clean houses anymore.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll feel like, I'm really working as an actor now, and not like being really famous and rich, just like I've got an income and I'm,
I was speaking to an actor who, like, works pretty frequently in the film industry the other day. And, like, he was, everyone was talking about, like, what jobs they do, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, no, this is it. This is all I do, acting. He's like, I live way below the poverty line, but, like, I'm just acting. And that's a choice I've made. Like, I just live cheaply and I just do that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
I think it is.
Sounds all right to me.
It is, like, such a lifestyle choice. I think this industry, it's like, you never know where you'll be in 10 years. Yeah. It's so hard. I'm trying to figure out what the clue is. Like, is it like, how do we, like, the clue is to guaranteeing your success? Like, is it like, do you need a social media presence? But then none of the actors I'm obsessed with have big social media presences, so it probably isn't that. Like, I'm trying to figure out what that clue is. But I think, ultimately you have to be in it for the lifestyle, hey? Like, it's such a, like, you get to be surrounded by arty people all the time. You get to be watching films all the time, engaging in good conversations all the time. Like, it's a much more pro-social career than I think I watch a lot of my other friends outside of the industry have. Yeah. So for that alone, I'm grateful, and I think that the quality of life is, like, quite high, even though there's a lot of, like, emotional tumult.
I think that's what makes it worth it though.
Yeah, I agree.
I found something that's actually just really, I don't feel like I'm trying to fill a void with anything now because I've found something I love, which is really, I think it's really rare for people to find, Yeah. And so I'm satisfied. I just worry about, like, how long I can do it and, sustaining my life when I'm older. Yeah. So,
Which is why we read The Barefoot Investor.
That's right. Put all your money in superannuation.
Exactly. Yeah. Fuck, I do need to read that book, hey?
It's pretty good. You wouldn't want to follow every step, but it's a pretty good guide.
Okay. Like, look, being financially literate, I think, is important,
that's
right?
The main
and
thing.
I think I lack a bit of that literacy right now. I need to get across it. I don't like when I'm not across things. I need to be across it.
Yeah. Well, I read it when I was 27.
Okay, so I'll still be, like, ahead of you, which is great.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So when you were younger, who was kind of, like, overseeing this career that you were sort of developing as a young actor?
Right. So,
were your parents, like, really involved in this, or did you have an agent then, or did you have, like, who was teaching you how to act?
So I had an agent from 13, 14, but she was Melbourne, Sydney based. Yeah. And I was here in Adelaide. My mum was mummager. She was very supportive. She wasn't, like, evil mummager, like, you need to do this. You need to do 32 pirouettes, my child. Yeah. But she just, like, handled communications. Yeah. But actually, Louise Heasom was incredibly pivotal in my career. Big ups to Louise Heasom. Yes. And Angela, babes, love you. And also Brian Gilbertson. So I cannot even tell you how many auditions I have done with Lou Heasom. Yeah. Like, she kind of took me and Yazid Daya under her wing. We were both young kids. Yeah. And she kind of took us both really under her wing, and whenever we had auditions, she'd bring us in. One of us would read for the other, and she'd record it and give us feedback. And honestly, I mean,
I credit her, and I know she hates this, and she gets embarrassed when I compliment her. I know, but I credit her to, like, the moment I was like,
oh yeah,
it was such a pivotal moment doing that workshop with her. Well, it was with Teresa Palmer, and she was there as well. Yep. And then I did a workshop just with her, and I was like, everything changed from then. And I know you're embarrassed, and I'm sorry, but we love you. And
what did you learn from her? What was that turning point?
Well, I got to a point. I think I got a bit cocky, and I kind of plateaued in my career. Yeah. Oh, not my career. My career wasn't. I didn't have one really. But in my skill level, I totally plateaued, and that's because I was getting a bit like big for my boots. And I was trying to do this scene for this workshop, and I was just doing it exactly the same every single time, and I totally planned exactly what I was going to do every single time.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trained. I didn't really know what's right or wrong. I just thought this is good acting and this is bad acting.
Yeah.
And she was like, Chris, I know you can do better. And like, she basically just like whipped me into shape in a really positive way, not like in a mean way or anything.
She's not capable of being mean, but just in a very like
understanding
way.
She knows exactly how to communicate with each individual student.
Absolutely.
Or mentee, do you know what I mean? Like, she knows exactly what each person needs.
She's great like that.
Yeah.
She knows exactly what she needs to tell you, and her emotions are right at the surface. So, like, if you're doing a scene where you're, like, having to cry, she's there crying, telling you about why you have to cry. It's insane.
She is so empathetic. I love her so much.
It's crazy. She even, like, knew, like, when I would come in and Yazid and I would both have auditions to do.
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh, okay, who wants to go first? I'd be like, I don't know, I don't care. She'd be like, all right, you're going first because you do better when you go first, and you're going second because you need more time. Like,
she literally knows everything, every detail about every actor in Australia.
She's
I swear
insane.
to God.
I miss her. I haven't seen her in so long. I miss her.
I don't know how she finds the emotional capacity for all these different people, but she cares so deeply for every one of the actors in this industry. Like,
it's got to be exhausting. It must be,
but I think she just has to do it. It's just so inherently in her, you know, to be so caring and So has she been you would consider her a big mentor for you?
Absolutely, yeah. She was pivotal, especially in those early years. Like, she changed the way I approach the audition space. She taught me to take control of an audition room.
Yeah. Interesting.
She taught me how to be a good reader, I would say, because I just had so much experience working with her doing that.
Yeah.
When to push, when not to, how hard to push.
Yeah.
So I love taping with my friends because I love seeing like small adjustments and how they take it and trying to figure out how to get them to take it, you know?
Yeah.
She was just like unrelentingly positive and supportive about my career. Like, she just believed that I could. And that's the difference, I think, between someone who continues acting and someone who stops. It's like you need to have that internal confidence that you are special, that you can do this, that, you know, you have that ability, because I think anyone could act. I think it's a mentality though. I think you have to believe certain things about yourself or what you can do to let yourself do it.
Yeah, because it's an internal battle sometimes.
It's an ego death.
Yeah, it really is. It's really scary. It's, as I was saying, like today's one of those days. And I think I'm editing another podcast at the moment, and in this podcast, I was having another one of those days where I'm like, what am I doing? You know. Yeah. But then you have a conversation with someone that just tells you that one little thing that makes you feel like you can do this. You know, people want you to do this. You know, people care, and I know what you mean. I think Lou's one of those people, and Angela as well. Like, Angela's so amazing. Like, every time I see her,
I love that woman. She's wild. I love it.
Yeah, so much support, and I think that's what I love about this city as well. Is the community is so supportive, and it's just a big family, you know.
It is. It doesn't feel competitive like I feel like other cities feel. Like, Adelaide feels very family. It feels like we all support each other's wins because we know how hard it is to get them.
Yeah.
And then there's like, especially when it's like us versus, like not us versus the East Coast, but a little bit sometimes. So it's such a success.
There's some solidarity here. We're the underdog.
There's such a solidarity. There's such a solidarity. I really like that about our industry.
Yeah.
I would also say in terms of mentors though, I think Brian Gilbertson, was a major mentor, especially in those early years as well, because he taught me how to break down the audition script into beats, units, energy shift. So he taught me to really look at, okay, when does the scene shift? Where does it, like, how does it start versus how does it finish? Just kind of those essential things that I've used a lot. Elena Karapetis is an amazing mentor. She's phenomenal. She's sat down and she's helped me do she was just helping me break down a short film I've been writing. Like, she spent 2 sessions with me breaking that down and helping me improve it. That's insane. But I think as actors, we're all functioning individually, trying to work towards our own individual goals. We're freelance, we're just doing our thing. And I don't know how as an actor you learn to have the skills. I don't know how you learn to have that career progression, especially because career progression isn't linear when it comes to acting. I just wish that there was more support for young actors by older, more established actors on guiding them through the industry.
I think that's such a great point. We are out here on our own, you know, in the wilderness, sort of blindly bumping into things and seeing if things work. But I think it is a struggle for a lot of actors, especially that come into it later in life.
Yeah.
There is just no rule book. There's no guidance. There's no like step by step sort of system to get into this industry. It's,
absolutely.
oh, should I go to drama school? Or that's really expensive and takes a long time.
Yeah.
I might not get in. I didn't get in. What else can I do? I want to do it, and I think I've got something in me that you know, I think I can do it, but I'm not very good at it yet. I'm not very confident. I don't know how a camera works. You know, there's all these barriers, and there's
so true.
And it's also really, it's fairly gate kept as well. You know, it's really hard to find someone in the industry who's willing to put the time into you. You know, but I think like for me, I started reaching out to just whoever I knew, even if they weren't actors, but they were film industry adjacent. You know, like I reached out to Emerson Hoskin like a few years ago because I just thought his stuff was cool and I didn't know him, but I just reached out and said, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know this world, but I like the look of it and I want it. I want in, man, you know. And it's not like he like opened the gates for me. He just had a meal with me and was like, "Is that cool? So who are you?" And then we made a film together, and then I met more people and I met more peers, you know, and found my mentors. And of course, there's Lou, who didn't really, you know, because I was out of the industry for like 10 years, and I knew her 10 years ago when I was acting more. But when I sort of arrived back in the industry and I started doing workshops, you know, we reconnected, and then I was like, "Oh, you're this really lovely, supportive person who's so willing to put in the time for these actors in this industry." But yeah, I think it's such a difficult step to make. There are ways to do it without committing to acting school, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a big believer of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I was never formally trained.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, you were trained on set as a kid, right?
Apprenticeship.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's the best training, I think.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's primed me well for screen, but then I have my struggles getting into theatre because it's like, well, where do you
want to do that? Do you do that?
I would like to do more of it for sure. I've only ever done, well, obviously I grew up dancing, so I was in the theatre all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
But then I've only ever done one fringe show, which is at Holden Street Theatre, which was pretty cool.
Yes.
And then I've done a few like workshops with State, and I've done, I worked with CRAM Collective and wrote a monologue and performed that.
Nice.
And that's why that is my limited kind of acting theatre experience outside of school. Yeah. So then that's why I went to LAMDA. I was like, let me just crash course some theatre acting real quick so I can trust myself when I tell people I can do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Can we talk about LAMDA then?
Yeah, sure.
Because I want to know, like, well, tell us what is LAMDA?
Okay, so LAMDA is the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts.
Very nice.
It's a sexy school. It's a sexy school in London. They've got a good classics program. They're kind of known for that. And I went there earlier this year to do just an intensive in classical and Jacobean, Shakespearean and Jacobean theatre, so 1600s British theatre. And I thought, where better to learn that than in London itself?
Yeah, that's awesome. And tell us who you went with.
I went with Kavitha.
Yeah.
Kavitha Anandasivam. She's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah. I want to get her on too, and I know she's nervous, but
she's shy.
I'm going to twist her arm. I think we'll have a great
Good luck. She's quite stubborn.
Just so you're always invited, Kavitha.
Yeah, Kavitha, come on. We had the best time. We had an amazing time. And I'm so glad we had that experience shared together. And I think because it was shared, I think I'm going to get way more out of it than if I had done it alone.
Totally, yeah.
More buddy system in this industry, please.
Yeah, that's where that thought was going, eh? When you go and do a theatre project, have you ever gone into a project not knowing anyone at all?
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
I don't know many people in the theatre industry. Like, I haven't done much of it.
Yeah.
Have you done lots of theatre?
I've done quite a bit, but not like professional.
Yeah.
Lots of indie and like amateur theatre.
Have you done lots of fringe kind of stuff?
I've done one fringe show I did a couple of years ago.
They're wild, aren't they?
It was great. It was really fun. I was like a singer and stuff, and like I did a lot of circusy stuff and magic shows when I was a kid.
Circus? What did you do in circus?
Well, my dad taught me all this like circus skills when I was young. So
is your dad a circus performer?
No, he's just he's a computer geek.
I love that.
He's gonna hate that.
I love your dad. Okay,
no, he's great. He just learned. He just when we were kids, he taught himself how to juggle and unicycle because he had some friends at the bank that were doing that, and he thought that would be fun, and he could entertain us with that. And then when we got a little bit older, he taught us all those skills. And so we used to, when I was like really young, like I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 or something, we would do the Christmas pageant and ride our unicycles through the pageant as clowns.
Oh, it's
really sweet. Like the whole family, the little clown family.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
It's a bit cute, eh? Yeah.
What a skill to put on your resume as well.
Well, it's the first time it's actually come in handy. So like, we just grew up juggling and unicycling and never did. We just like, I would go to, this is so sweet, man. Juggling club with Dad.
Stop.
Yeah.
I want Dad on the podcast.
I should have him on. He's so great. But that was our Monday night activity, going to juggling club and learning to juggle. And we'll just go and ride our unicycles, little brats on the unicycles. And but the first time it came in handy was recently on a commercial, and they were looking for circus performers. But I just sent in a video of me juggling and then a video of me unicycling, and I just did a talk to camera and I said, I don't know what you want. I don't know what your ad's about, but I can do this. If you need me. And they're like, great, can you walk on stilts? And so I found some stilts that weekend, and I like a friend had some, and I sent in a video of me walking on stilts. Turns out it's not that hard. And I got the gig.
Nice.
But it's the first time that anything circusy has come in handy in terms of like acting.
It all pays off.
Yeah, that's it.
Everything extra pays off eventually.
Literally. I've got this little, like, I'm just adding to my
Yeah, it truly is that thing,
yeah.
isn't it? The more you have around you, the more you have going on.
Yeah.
The more appealing I think that makes you.
Yeah. Do you
But
still
that's
dance?
a lot of pressure for everyone. I don't still dance. No, I did it from like 8 to like 20, and now I don't anymore.
But did you think has it ever come in handy with like
movement stuff? It's come
yeah.
in handy for movement stuff.
I guess having that real spatial awareness and body awareness it's got to be something, right?
Absolutely, and it like even just like as a stage presence thing and the way you hold yourself. Yeah. I've had directors before tell me not to stand in 5th position because I'll accidentally revert back when I'm on stage sometimes.
I don't know what that is.
It's ballet
okay.
But no, it's great. Like I love doing a lot of movement work on stage because of that. Yeah. Like we were playing around with like the role of the witches when we were studying. And it's like crawling across the stage and just the mobility, like having that increased mobility. And so I mainly did contemporary. Like that was my favorite genre. Yeah. So I think that makes you quite flexible and interpretive with the opportunities and how you move. Yeah. I think it comes in handy a lot with acting. I think the more theatre I do, the more it'll come in handy too.
Yes.
Manifesting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, any theatre directors?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hi, put me in, coach.
I realise I've just done a massive tangent and talked about me and my dad and circus for
As
a little
we should.
while.
That's a great.
I want to know about LAMDA, and I want to know about your experience doing Shakespeare in London.
It was so much fun.
So had you done Shakespeare before?
I'd done Shakespeare at school.
Yeah.
That was the extent of my Shakespeare
experience. Like in
experience.
high school?
Yeah, so we did like Shakespeare like at school in drama, in English, whatever. But I hadn't kind of done anything since then. Yeah.
Do you feel like you got it in high school? Like you understood it?
I did love it in high school because I loved poetry. Yeah. I loved literacy. I loved books. I loved words. Yeah. So I loved Shakespeare for the words. Mm-hmm. But I also thought that they were a bit overrated and that we took them too seriously. But then when it came to why I chose this course, it was because I figured if I can prove to myself I can do classical, the classical technique. I wanted to learn technique of like acting technique, you know, that kind of not just like contemporary scene breakdowns that I'd kind of seen before. I wanted to learn stuff that I hadn't learned before. And so it was great. It was really intensive. We did like 3 workshops every morning. So we did one that was based in, there were lots of different classes, but one would always be something vocal based, one would be something movement based, and one would be something text or acting based. And then after lunch, we would go into practicing our plays with our play director. And we were broken down into 3 separate cohorts. So there were 3 plays going on concurrently. So Kavitha and I were in the same group, and we both did Macbeth, and we did The White Devil, which is a Jacobean by, I think, Webster. And it was really interesting doing a Jacobean piece because it's the same time as Shakespeare, but we don't hear about anyone else who was writing at that time quite often in school. So it was good to get to study that and see what other writers were doing at that time as well, and how they differed from Shakespeare and how they were the same.
Was it quite different?
Quite different in Shakespeare. When you compare him to the others, he's quite philosophical in a way that I think is quite universal and timeless. A lot of the others I feel like weren't quite as timeless. They'd touch on themes that were really relevant at the time and still have like relevance in today's world, but the sense of humor sometimes remains a bit dated.
Right.
But as my text teacher Heather said, it's about recontextualizing it when we put it on in modern days.
I see. There's justification for the outdated jokes.
There's ways to work around it, you know. There's ways to angle it so that it's commentary or
okay, I see.
Or like what if we said it here, or like, you know, just thinking about how we recontextualize it will impact what we're saying.
I see. Yeah. I think it's so cool that you took that leap and you went overseas and did this, like,
as you said,
so
you get
cool.
to that point where you feel like you hit a kind of standstill creatively
Yes.
or like with your ability, and you're like, I need to do something to shake it up. I need to go do that course with Teresa Palmer. I need to go do that classical theatre thing. I need to go do some singing lessons and improve myself vocally. Like,
do you feel like you have to constantly take yourself out of your comfort zone to keep progressing?
I feel like I do, but I don't think you need to. I think that that's something we tell ourselves a lot of the time.
Yeah, okay.
What do you think, though? I think that that's personally a way to make us feel like we're progressing, like the fact that we feel the need to bring in new stuff, because I think that'll happen to you inevitably anyway. Like, I think everything you do is a valid experience, and I think we're always progressing inevitably because of that.
I think you're right. I don't think you need to. I don't think it's the only answer.
I think it's like actor's guilt. I think it's our curse.
Yeah.
Do you disagree though?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it does help to just break that sort of if you're in a bit of a cycle or a loop of you know, or you're plateauing or something. Maybe it is helpful to be like, okay, well, what can I do? Like at the time I did the workshop, you know, because I didn't really know anyone, and I was trying to sort of find my way into the industry again, and I was only learning from myself, which isn't really very helpful, you know, if you're just sort of telling yourself good job all the time and no one's you don't have a critical eye. You know. Someone
who's unbiased or like doesn't have preconceived ideas about you coming in and just saying like, this is what I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And someone that cares about you enough to actually give you feedback that's going to help you, you know.
Yeah. I'm so 50-50 on whether I think we should just throw ourselves into like these opportunities when we see them come up, or if we should move with purpose and choose those opportunities specifically.
What kind of opportunities are you talking about? Like
you were talking about like feeling like we need to be uncomfortable or put ourselves out there to progress. Give yourself like I'm so 50-50 on whether I feel like, you know, if there's an opportunity to do this clowning workshop and you're like, I've never really wanted to be a clown, but it might be interesting to learn how to be a clown. Should I just do that and sign up for that and do it?
For the sake of doing
I'll learn something. Yeah, exactly. It's like there's something to be learnt there, and there's something that will inform you going forward, I'm sure, because you're always going to take something away.
Yeah.
But should we be like just constantly filling our time with things here and there like that? Or should we be going, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit still for a while and I'm going to look at maybe doing something in the future that feels more specific to like what I want. I don't know. Maybe we need a balance of that. Maybe we should just follow whatever opportunity comes our way, or maybe we should only act with intention. I don't know what the answer is. It's probably just 3 different ways of being. There probably is no right or wrong, but
yeah, probably the latter. But I think it is important to be deliberate in what you choose to do, how you spend your time. Like I wouldn't just do I say no to stuff.
You do? I'm so bad at it.
Oh, really?
I'm so fucking bad at it. Tell me though, when will you say no to something? Like what makes you decide to say no to something?
Oh, I mean, if there's a project that I just don't think, or maybe it's a little too amateur, maybe, and
you know you're not going to have a good time on it.
Yeah. I might not do. I don't think it'll be the environment where I'm going to do my best work, or I just am overwhelmed with other things, and I'm like, not right now, you know. Yeah, I can't think of an example. I think there was something recently where someone asked me to do something and I just said, no, that's okay.
That's such a skill.
Thank you, though.
That's great.
Good luck.
I'm glad you did that.
Yeah. But I think it's come from the fact that I used to get myself in these situations where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I here? I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a 34-year-old thing, you know.
No, I'm trying
to learn to set up some boundaries finally in your life, and like, yeah, there are certain things I wouldn't do just for the sake of doing them, or because somebody has sold it as a really good opportunity. But you can you just get a vibe and you're like, is it though? Are you just selling me snake
just
oil?
marketing?
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, you know, and I've seen a lot of people sort of get themselves into these situations as well. So, but then there are people that I really trust in this industry as well, and they say, do this, and might blindly just be like, okay, if you say so, because I really trust you, I'll do it. But no, I don't think you should just say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think you need some
direction.
Yeah, absolutely. And you start to form in your head like a plan of what kind of actor you want to be and what kind of projects you want to be in, and what's a waste of time and what might be really helpful, you know. Clowning might be really helpful for someone, you know.
Yeah, sorry to all the clowns out there. Sorry to all the clowns out there. This is not a dig on you.
No, it was rhetorical. It was
Rhetorical.
yeah.
A niche skill set.
Yeah. Diabolics in cinemas.
Diabolics in cinemas. Yeah, fully. Yeah, as of like today.
Look at you. Tell us about Diabolic. Come on.
I mean, Diabolic is a movie that I was in. It's a horror film.
Yeah.
It's set in Utah. It's about a character called Elise, and she is being plagued by these, I guess they're kind of like sleepwalking terrors. She's like up in the middle of the night, scratching bones out of the ground, doing demonic shit. And essentially her psyche is like, this is getting really bad. We're going to need to send you back to where you came from, that fundamentalist Mormon group you came from.
Yeah.
And we're going to give you some drugs, and we're going to get that out of your system.
That's how you do it. That's the cure.
Yeah, we're going to cure you. And so then shit happens.
And then some shit, yeah.
Then some shit happens.
From then on, it's spoilers.
Yep, and can I spoil myself?
Don't say it.
Yeah, I can't say who I am because it's a spoiler.
But you're great, and I've seen it.
See it. Do you think my explanation was great? I'm terrible
No,
at
it's good.
explaining movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca.
Datura route.
Datura route. I did my audition right here.
Really?
Yeah, with Jess Kuss.
Crazy. With who?
Jess Kuss.
Amazing, phenomenal. Yeah, and the accent we got to do in the movie was very specific as well. It was like they've got their own dialect in this little group in Utah because they keep to themselves. Yeah. And they've, because of their way of being and their culture as well, like the females being like told to keep sweet, pray and obey. So keep sweet. So they talk really cutesy and like quite small in the mouth.
Wow.
It's really, I'm not really doing it right now, but like, yeah, it kind of like the O's almost sound Canadian when they do it, and it's just very like, very cutesy. I felt really bad for sound because I was talking at such low volume the whole time. Did
you have like an accent coach for that?
Yes, Jennifer Innes, she taught us that accent, and it was a bit different for all of us. So some of us were in Gen Am, some of us were in this specific Utah fundamentalist accent, and then also some of us had to be in like an older generation version of that accent as well.
Yeah.
So there was a bit going on.
That's a good challenge. Yeah. You were great in that, man.
Thank you.
That eye to eye scene. No spoilers, but
that was funny to record because it's crazy doing that and not looking at your acting partner, like having to look down the barrel.
Yeah. And that's Dan Phillips.
That is Daniel J. Phillips, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, there we go. What else, man?
What else?
How are we doing?
Yeah,
I want to know, like, what have you learned from theatre?
I really don't think I've done enough. I think my friends who are predominantly theatre actors, they've taught me about preparation in a way that I don't always see in screen and for screen. Theatre feels so much more about becoming a character rather than already being it. Whereas I feel like in film, it's like you're only really going to get cast if you're like exactly what they're looking for in the first place.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like, theatre's a bit more willing to let you evolve and willing to let you be something different to yourself.
When I started doing theatre again, like properly out of high school, that's when I think my acting really stepped up.
Absolutely.
Because I don't really know what I was doing before. I was just probably just performing. But all this sort of script analysis and character development, the time that you're given when you're rehearsing a play is like, I realized how valuable that was.
Yes.
Like just the time to actually connect to something and understand it, comprehend it.
And to all get on board about a shared vision, like to create that shared vision of what you're actually working towards is so so valuable.
Yeah, which you don't really get the time to do that on a film necessarily.
Not unless they got hella money.
Yeah.
No, like again, this is something feels so weird saying because I'm 24, but I remember like at the start of my career, we'd have a month of pre. We'd have a month of rehearsals. We'd have a few weeks of rehearsals at least.
Yeah.
On like everything I did, it'd be like, okay, when are rehearsals starting? Now it's like you're lucky if you have like 2 days. It's crazy.
Or you just rock up and you meet everyone on the day and you're like, okay, now we have to have chemistry.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't even really have chemistry reads the same way you used to have chemistry reads for a lot of things.
No.
Yeah, or if they are chemistry reads, you're like over Zoom. You're not even in the room anymore. I miss it. Like chemistry reads used to be my favorite part of the process. It was that exciting thing of like I'm in the room, but so is someone else, and we're going for the same thing. But there's also 2 versions of every other character, and now we have to figure out who gets along the best. That was wild. And as a social being, I really liked that system because I felt like I was good at getting along with people.
I never really understood it. I get along with most people.
Exactly.
I'd be really heartbroken if I had a bad chemistry read. I'm like, what do you mean?
If they saw you interacting with people and they're like, you didn't like them together.
You just seem really weird. Oh, okay.
Oh, ouch, I guess. No, it was great. Wait, where have we come from? Where did we just come from?
I kind of like thinking about like the time that you're given on it in theatre and that time to really comprehend something and understand a character and connect to them
and care.
Yes. I sort of had this epiphany like in the last few years of like when I feel ready to play a character is when I like love that character, like I really care for that character as if they're a real person that exists in the world.
Yeah.
And I can talk about them like, oh, there's this, because I don't really necessarily feel as much empathy for myself, but for other people I'm like, but this guy, like you don't understand what he went through, like, you know, what his life has been like, and I really love them and I care for them and I have to do them justice, you know.
Yeah.
Then I can sort of put myself in their shoes. And acting in theatre, really, that's how I figured that out for myself, was just sitting with the idea of this character or the person that we're sort of the main character in the play even, and just like understanding their story and why this is so important to tell this story, you know.
You have that time to sit with them and you know that you're going to run through the story arc from beginning to end every time you do it. So you can feel that emotional high and that emotional low as you're like, you know, you can feel the peaks and troughs and you can really embody it a lot easier than I think you can in TV and film.
Yeah.
But I also, TV and film is my first love, and I fucking love TV and film, and I would happily work in TV and film for the rest of my life. And I feel like, I think I find that the ways I connect are different in both mediums.
Yeah.
I think that theatre, I feel like is really for me about physicalizing, getting it in my body, moving, and film, I feel like to me, I spend a lot of time intellectualizing.
Yeah.
And I love that one of my favorite things is that you're in situ. Like if you're filming and you're down at the beach, you actually are at the beach.
Yeah.
If you're in a house, you're actually in that living room. You're surrounded by the given circumstances at all times. Yeah. And I love that about it.
Yeah.
It feels really immersive. It feels really intimate. I think people talk about theatre as if it's intimate as well, but for me, I just love the intimacy of like, it's you, one other actor, and the camera. Like I love that intimacy. I love the delayed gratification. I love forgetting about it before it even comes out. I love like that detachment. I just, there's so much to love about both, really.
Yeah, there is. I think for theatre was really my education for film and TV in the sense of like all that comprehension and connection to the story.
Yeah.
Because I still prefer film and TV, but I think theatre is one of those things that I have to like do every couple of years at least, or more than that if I can, to sort of reestablish those skills for myself, you know?
I see that. Yeah, I feel that.
I'm excited to see you do some theatre, man.
I hope that I get to show you some. That'd be great. Yeah. I hope so. Do you have anything coming up?
I've got an audition for something for a theatre, which I'm excited about.
Ooh. Yeah. I won't make you jinx it. I won't make you jinx it right now.
No. Yeah,
Do you get superstitious about like, don't tell anyone about the callback?
I don't believe in it, but I still do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still do it. But I do get excited.
Yeah.
if I have something cool, I'll be like, Mom, oh my God. But Sonna, my girlfriend, she I don't know what it's called, but she always says like, don't talk about it, because I think there's a belief in it's either Hinduism or Buddhism, because she's both.
Yeah.
But she's like, you don't know if someone out there has like sort of negative energy towards you. And it's like if you put it out in the world, then that person might be sort of wishing negative
that's like the evil
outcomes
eye
on you.
Greek.
Yeah, that's it. The evil eye. Yeah.
It's that's a very pagan thing.
Right. Yeah. She's like, don't talk about it because someone might have the evil eye on you. And I'm like, okay.
Just go get a little Greek lady to spit on you. You'll be fine.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. Then just ward it off.
Sweet. Well, have you got a guy?
I got a few. Got a few old ladies that would be willing to spit on you.
I'll hit you up because I can't keep it in otherwise. Yeah, I mean, are you superstitious?
I'm not superstitious, but I do find myself partaking in actors' superstitions. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think my friend was laughing at me when I was traveling with a couple of my friends recently. I had like a callback and I was talking to one of my actor friends after.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what we were saying, but we were just having classic actor chat, like, oh, but you don't want to jinx yourself. And yeah, no, I shouldn't be talking about it right now. And oh yeah, this is this, but I'm not going to trust what that means. And blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And my friends were like laughing at me. They were like, oh my God, actors, like the way they talk.
Yeah,
like we were just being so superstitious about everything.
But I also think like, separate to the superstition and anything sort of out of our control.
Yeah.
I think maybe part of it is also psyching yourself into it or out of something as well. Like if I get too excited about something or I start telling people about it, then you have
to tell people if you didn't get it.
Yeah. It's kind of that announcing your plans thing. Like just maybe I sort of think it's best for me to keep some things to myself until it's definitely set in stone or it's out already.
Until you've signed that contract and it's going ahead.
Well, that's it. But also it might affect my work if I'm like,
I
don't know, imagine you're like writing a song and you tell someone like, I'm writing a song, but you haven't written it yet. And then everyone's like, how's that song going? And you're like, oh yeah, well, hold on, let me do it, and they're like, oh, is it any good? And then you show them a bit, they're like, oh, it's not very good. You're like, it's not finished.
See, but I find in that way I need to talk myself into doing things. Like, it helps hold me accountable.
Yeah.
For me to achieve things, it needs to be a performance. It does. Like, if I'm gonna sit there and write a script, I need people to know I'm writing a script, or I'm not gonna write the script. Because there's no one holding me to account to write the script. And the thing is, at the end of the day, it is me pushing myself to do it, not these other people.
Yeah.
But knowing that there's like this general expectation, not really. People don't care about you as much as you think they do.
I'm the complete opposite to you.
Wow. Crazy.
If once I tell people, I'm not excited about it anymore.
Really? I'm the opposite. I have to tell people to get excited.
Even with this thing, I had the idea over a year ago. And I only told a couple of people. But I knew that if I'd started telling more people, then I think people start imposing ideas onto it.
Yes.
And it becomes theirs. And you're like, no, it's mine. I don't know what it's going to be and I'm still figuring it out. But if I like...
You don't want too much influence?
Yeah. And even when what I love is like people are listening to this, which is so sweet. And people they obviously care enough about it to give me feedback and like sort of give me their ideas. But I'm trying to, when I hear that sort of feedback, I go, oh, that's cool. I don't know if I can do that or want to do that. It's a great idea, but I also just want to let this thing be whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that I don't really have that much control over what it ends up being, and I prefer that. But if I announce my plans to people, then those ideas sort of start piling on too early from other people, and then it's like it's not mine anymore. That's why I lose interest, I think.
Yeah, you need to figure it out for yourself before you're ready for external input.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when you're writing. Hey, it's like you need to hit that point in your draft where you're ready to let it go so that people can give you feedback and you're actually ready to hear it.
Yes.
Or that it's not you've got it structurally what you want it to be, so they're not just changing everything from the get-go.
Yeah.
And with acting too. Like sometimes people will give you a note and you're like,
no thanks.
that part's useful.
Yeah.
The other part,
totally. But I think that's okay. I don't think a director's necessarily going to be offended if something doesn't work for you.
I always ask questions if it doesn't. Like if I go, wait a second, do you mean like?
Because that's part of the process of building the relationship with the director, like a collaborative relationship with the director. It's like figuring out what does work for your actor and how you like to be directed, and
ensuring that you're both excited by the choice that is going to change the performance, like I think I'd be doing a disservice to like the crew and the story if a director were to give me a note and I were to not really understand that note or be excited about that note and just go, yeah, sure, fuck it, whatever, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather go, wait a second, I have questions about that. Because aren't we keeping in line with this other thing or, this other thing, and then come to a like consensus on, so it is a bit more like that. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Because otherwise what's the point? Otherwise, what are you then you're just a soulless puppet. Right? Do you ever get like, I'm sure you don't, but do you ever like think back on some of the work you've done and be like, oh, that was that wasn't good.
Yeah.
I've been the biggest thing for me is like I don't like when I get caught performing. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Like when you feel it's not authentic.
Yeah, you're really aware of the camera and you're just like, I'm performing this and I'm not living in the moment, But I'm sort of in my head at the moment, like kind of want to play with this idea of like thinking of myself as in a documentary as if the camera's a fly on the wall, and that's a way for me to get out of my head and stop performing for being so aware of the camera and performing for it. Like the camera's kind of got to chase me.
Yeah, to just let go of that.
Yeah.
The awareness that you're being surveilled in a way.
Yeah.
Be a bit more free.
And just try to capture something, make a real moment happen and let them capture it with that.
Does that work for you? Do you find?
Yeah, well, because I think lately I've kind of played a few kind of hammy characters, which I love doing. Like I did a commercial recently and it was very hammy.
Yeah.
And I'm good at that. Like I can ham it up and I can be like over the top and play a bit of a caricature and stuff. But I think when you do a few of those, then you're like, wait, can I play a real character?
Can I just show you this other thing?
I look like you're actually capturing a real human here?
It's such a thing, isn't it? You're like, I think this is part of it when we talk about performances we don't like watching ourselves in performances we don't like. I don't think that's always a bad thing if you watch yourself and you think you're bad, because I think it shows that you have a taste. It shows that you have something that you like or something that you're working towards. It also shows that you think, a lot of the time, I think it shows that you know that you're capable of more than what is being seen.
Yeah.
And I think if we think we're great all the time, then what are we aspiring towards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want my taste to be above my capacity so that I can build and grow to be that artist that is someone that's great at their craft. I want to eventually look at myself and think I'm great, but I think I will always think that there's something else I could have done.
Well, that's or
good
something more that you want to try or achieve. But
that keeps you hungry and that excites you for the next time. I think if we look at our most recent work and we think, oh, that's bad, we should look at the one before it and go, is that worse?
Yeah.
Because if it's worse, then hey, at least you're better than that. You know.
Well, but then some of it's out of control, mate. Some of it's just a bad project.
Absolutely, direction. what you've done.
We can always blame the director.
You can always blame the director, the editor. But that also comes down to what you were saying about feeling like you're contrived in a moment. It's like that a lot of the time isn't under your control either, because a director might be like, sorry, can we just have you more still and just more static and just more intently staring at
yeah.
Or like, can we just have a smaller performance? Yeah. It's such an important relationship, that one between director and actor.
Yeah.
I think we need to work on finding those people around us. I think we need to work on building those relationships like from the ground up. Like, hey, you and me, we have absolutely no credits and no merit in this industry, but I like the way you think and you like the way I think. Let's make something together.
Yeah.
And then let's keep making stuff together. And then eventually we'll get into Cannes. It'll be amazing. We'll be so successful. Like that. That's my goal.
Let's do it.
I'm working on I found some of my people. Some of my people, always willing to like build what my people are.
You got a really cool crew.
I got a fun little circle.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, there's some little cuties there who are making cute shit. You guys do some
really cool stuff, man. You said you were writing a short film?
Yes, yep.
Are you directing that?
So I have written and directed a short film already. So that was called Nothing Gold Can Stay. That was Carclew funded.
Oh, nice.
And then now I'm adapting. So I wrote a monologue for CRAM Collective called The Fish Rots from the Head that we performed in their Edges show, which was a compilation of monologues. And now I'm taking the monologue I wrote from that and I've turned it into a short film and I've gone up for some funding. So fingers crossed I get it. Should find out in a week or so. So by the time this is out, I might find out I have no money to make it. But I'm still glad that script is there because now I've got that as a writing sample and now I can move on to writing more stuff. And
that's sick.
Yeah, I definitely want to write a bit more.
And you're going to direct that one? Or
no, so I want to write it and act in it and maybe assist the producer a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're trying out here. It's hard out here.
I'm I'm envious of that energy.
Bro, you're here making a podcast.
Yeah. This is a lot.
This is a full production thing that you're doing on your own.
It's a lot. I'm so behind. I'm so behind, man. I'm supposed to release, what day is it? It's Friday. I was supposed to release an episode yesterday. I can't keep up with it.
Fuck, so you're releasing every Thursday like the cinemas.
I was trying to. It hasn't happened at all.
It's okay.
But yeah, whatever.
Have grace.
Well, I also know that people are behind on listening. Like people are telling me like, hey, I just caught up. And I'm like, all right, hold on, just wait. There's more coming.
There's more coming, just wait.
Yeah. Do you want to plug yourself on Instagram?
Sure. Hi, my name is Luca Sardelis. You can follow me on Instagram at LucaSardelis. That's just my name, Luca Sardelis.
Thanks for coming on.
No, thank you so much for having me. It means a lot, and it's cool. As I said, it's really cool to support what's going on in our community here locally because we've got some great people.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
This is so good.
I'm glad.
Thanks for coming. You know what? If I'm honest, I was feeling a little bit down the day that we recorded that chat. Nothing to do with the chat, obviously, just having one of those days. But you know what? I don't think it shows. And I credit that to Luca for just being a really amazing conversationalist and making sense of my very convoluted questions. So thanks, Luca. It definitely cheered me up having you on. So thanks for that. Luca, you're so awesome, man. Thanks for coming on. I'm really excited to see what comes next for you and all the amazing things that are coming your way. Please give her a follow on Instagram at Luca Sardelis. And while you've got the app open, give the podcast a follow at Go Pluck Yourself Pod and give me a follow at featuring_Chris_Gunn. Yeah. And hey, by the way, if you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to support the show and help me to keep this thing going, you can do that by signing up to the Patreon via patreon.com/GoPluckYourselfPod and contributing as little as $5 a month towards the show. That's less than a coffee a month or, 3/4 of a schooner of non-alcoholic beer. Okay. You guys still here? Yeah? Okay. Hit subscribe on the YouTube channel, share this episode with a friend, do all the things. As I said, I have one more episode after this before I head off to the Philippines. But stay tuned for my next episode. I'm so excited to surprise you with that guest. He's a total icon of this industry. You'll know him. Music by my amazing cousin Nick Gunn. Check him out on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Nick Gunn. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's make it a productive and collaborative year. My name is Chris Gunn, and hey, go pluck yourself.